Hello everyone, I'm Paul McGuire Grimes. Andra Day won people over with her inspiring anthem, Rise Up. She's making the leap to the big screen as songstress Billie Holiday in the United States versus Billie Holiday. It streams on Hulu February 26th, and I want to talk about it. This is Paul's trip to the movies. In 1937, an anti-lynching bill fails to pass through Congress. Billie Holiday's song, Strange Fruit, directly addresses the history of lynching, which angered the feds every time she tried to perform it in the clubs. Garrett Hedlund stars as Harry Anslinger, who was the commissioner of the Federal Bureau of Narcotics. He had it out for Holiday and wanted to shut her up from performing that song. When he couldn't arrest her for singing, he decided to use an informant played by Trevante Rhodes to document her drug use and use that as the basis for her arrest. The United States versus Billie Holiday has a big cast with Divine Joy Randolph, Miss Lawrence, Natasha Lyonne, and Leslie Jordan. It comes from director Lee Daniels with a script by playwright Susie Laurie Parks. It's based on the book Chasing the Scream, The First and Last Days on the War on Drugs from Johann Hari. It's apparent that Billie Holiday led a really complicated life, as it's been documented on film and on Broadway before, and you can hear it in her music. Like so many biopics that have come before, the United States versus Billie Holiday can't quite crack how to tell Holiday's story effectively. The film's structure is framed with Billie Holiday giving an interview with Reginald Lord Devine. He's this flamboyant, gossipy reporter played by Leslie Jordan. She's recounting the history of her song Strange Fruit and the roller coaster that was her life. The film is then a general wash of flashbacks, rushing through her life like we see too often in subpar biopics. There's a surface-level approach to each scene, making it one bullet point after another without finding the nuance or the urgency at hand. The film shuffles through her continued years of drug addiction, how it was continually used against her by the multiple abusive men in her life. And much like we saw with Bohemian Rhapsody, the transitions are filled with various Billie Holiday performances. And I hate saying this as I love Andra Day's voice, but it almost felt like they relied on that too heavily as the padding for this story. We're then led to watch Day interpret Holiday's performances to then cue us in on why she was such a musical force when the script doesn't really touch on that. Andra Day gives a really stirring performance, giving everything that she has for the deeply fractured and emotionally charged Billie Holiday. This is Andra Day's first major film role, and it should catapult her career as an actress. The film is at its most powerful when we get a really tight shot of Andra Day singing Strange Fruit. Trevante Rhodes is another standout as the informant and boyfriend of Billie Holiday's. We see how the duality of his life starts to eat away at his conscience. There's no doubt that this is a tragic story, but the film gets lost on which angle to be its focus. Is this a story of drug addiction and the deep damage it can have on the most talented among us? Is it a celebration of Holiday's life as a strong, beautiful black woman? Or is this a look at government overreach, deeply rooted in systemic racism? It's such a bummer that with this cast, an Oscar-nominated director, and a renowned playwright, that they couldn't make the United States versus Billie Holiday feel like the definitive look at Holiday's life like it really wants to be. I'm giving the United States versus Billie Holiday 2.5 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel. I got some of the movie reviews, as well as my appearances on Twin Cities Live. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, @PaulsMovieTrip, and then go to my website, paulstriptomovies.com, for even more reviews. Thank you so much for watching my review of the United States versus Billie Holiday. This is Paul's trip to the movies.